What a way to go.
You're thinking of it, but then you're like, Jesus Christ, what if you're in that situation? And you're not the fucking guy fucking the broad, you're the one chained to the toilet or whatever.
Me and your old lady come in the next room.
Yeah, and she's enjoying it.
You ever seen that scene, Bobby?
I've seen it, but that's one of those things where the verbal saying that out loud makes you go, ah.
Yeah,
He's just the way he just said it.
Awful.
And she's coming.
Yeah. It's a remake. It's a remake of a Sam Peckinpah picture.
Yeah, The Getaway, right?
But you know what he has in this movie, too, which in a lot of movies he
we're
does.
back to Boarding Gate, the new movie that comes out March 21st, limited release.
Certain actors, like Robert Duvall does it, and there's certain actors that do this business, like stuff that's not in the, it's in the script, and it's just him doing it. There's one part he was eating this food, and he makes the fucking, just him eating it is just so interesting. And then he has like an olive pit in his mouth, and he's delivering his line, he just goes, and spits it into the sink. It's like, you're just like, holy shit. Because when you're an actor, you get a script, you just read the lines, you do the things, he just went,
oh, yeah. Sure, look, that's the fun of it, I think I try to get away with things like that as much as I possibly can. I mean, that's why, a guy like Quentin, even a guy like Olivia for Boarding Gate, I mean, they both gave me that gift of being able to be on the spot and in the moment and let something happen just because it happened, not because it's on a page. That's a lot better for me. It's a lot easier for me. It's a lot freer way to work. When I cut that ear off, I walked over to the side of the room and I was looking at it. And I was thinking in my head, what am I going to do with this fucking thing, right? I got this fucking ear in my hand. What am I going to do? And they're rolling, right? So I'm just holding it. I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to do? And Quentin's over on the side, and he's going, toss it. Throw the ear, Michael. Throw it away, Michael. Throw it. And I'm thinking to myself, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to throw it yet, And so I spoke into it. I said, hey, can you hear me? And then I threw it.
Fucking twisted.
And so Quentin's like, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, well, what do you mean? He goes, no, what are you doing? You're talking in the air. And then the next day, he goes, Michael, listen, we went to saw the dailies, and when you're talking in the ear, it's staying in the movie.
It's such that's awesome. It's such a, because only a fucking lunatic would do something like that, and the character's obviously out of his mind. Yeah. Hey, can you hear me?
I figured, it was the thing to do. I mean, if you're going to have it, it just made sense to me at the most.
We were talking
to Quentin. Dance, so I had to come up with something.
We were talking to Quentin about that movie and that scene in Reservoir Dogs, and one of the most, the one with the most impact to me is when you walk outside of that funeral parlor and you hear the birds chirping, it's sunny, kids are playing, and it's such a stark difference from the horror that is going on behind those doors. Like, for a moment, you're out of it, and you're just outside, it's a beautiful day.
Going to get the gas.
Going to get the gas to burn them with, but...
that was my car, that yellow Cadillac. It's on eBay.
That really
right
your car?
I put it on eBay. It's up for sale right now.
Get the fuck out of here, really?
That was my car. I drove it to the set that day, and that's where I parked it. And I swear to God, when we were going to shoot the scene, they were going to go to Budget and rent a car for Mr. Blonde for the thing where the cop's in the truck. And I said, why? Why don't we just use my car? It's right there. And Quentin says, that's a good idea. Let's just use your car. So when I walk out there and the caddy's there, I mean, that's because that's how I parked when I came to work that day.
Damn, that's on eBay, huh?
I've had the damn thing for about 15 years.
How much you want for it?
What do you want for the instant?
I don't know. I think John Schneider got $4 million for the Dukes of Hazzard Charger. So.
You're looking for $4
I don't know. Anything's possible, right?
You never know.
I mean, I won't have to go back to Bulgaria to go to work.
Fucking Bulgaria. What is going on? Why is Michael Madsen in Bulgaria doing a movie?
Well, Paramount hasn't called lately.
Well, you're going to be in Sin City too, right?
Well, if they ever get around to making it, I'm supposedly going to be in it. Robert Rodriguez told me if I did the first one and it did well, that he'd bring me back for the second one. So, with those guys, you just kind of have to wait until they're ready. I mean, there's no use calling him. If he wants you, he's going to ring you up. So, I hope I do. It was a great picture. I mean, it was a lot of fun doing that thing.
And the one thing talking about just reading lines off a page and then doing the things that make a great actor different from someone just reading lines. The facial expressions you can make you don't have to say words, and that's a talent in itself. Like, you can make a look and just go, oh my God, this person is so fucked. This person is so fucked just from a
It
look.
comes from a nefarious childhood.
Is that it?
Yeah. Or sometimes it's just out of boredom.
Yeah, you didn't have any
After about the
professional
third
training or
fourth
anything?
take, man, you got to come up with something.
Nothing like that, just kind of...
I tried to, early on, I went to Steppenwolf Theater in Chicago. I tried to take a scene study classes there for a bit, and I just kind of fell out of it. I'm a very impatient young man, and I just wanted to get on with it. And I figured if this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it. I don't want to be a career student. And, you know, God bless anybody who's studying. I'm not trying to take anything away from them. It works for them. That's fine. But for me, I just didn't understand all the sense memory business, you know, pretending that this fucking thing is boiling hot, or, you know, pretending that I'm blowing in the wind or something. It was really kind of, I didn't really need that whole thing. And I didn't figure I was going to end up playing Hamlet anyway. So, you know,
You weren't a fan of the Meisner technique?
I just wanted to get on with it. So I really kind of sidestepped all that. And
How'd you break in? What was like your first, what was the first role you did where you went, wow, I think I'm doing this for a living now?
I went to, well, first I came to New York. I met Sergio Leone when I was here.
Wow.
And he told me I should pursue an acting career. And he had a film he wanted me to do, but then unfortunately he died. So I went to L.A. and I had $400. I got a job pumping gas at the Union 76 station in Beverly Hills. And, you know, my first customer was Fred Astaire. I swear to God, it was on Christmas Eve, and Fred Astaire fucking pulls in with a flat tire on his car. And I'm like this kid from Chicago, and I'm like, holy shit, you know, my fucking God in heaven, it's him, you know, it's him. You know, he gets out of the car, and he says, hey, and he, you know, pops me off $100 bill. And I says, look, it's $12.50 for the flat, you know. And he just walks off, and I'm like, holy Christ, you know. And my boss comes over to me, and I says, Jesus Christ, is that him? And he goes, oh, yeah, get used to it, kid. Those guys come in here all the time. And they sure did, boy. I mean, I've seen everybody. I didn't realize I was right in the Beverly Hills, and so over the next 9 or 10 months that I worked there, I've seen everybody come in there for gas at one time or another, and it was pretty amazing. And I finally met a girl, and she knew a guy, and so and so and so and so, and they knew an agent, and this and that and this and that.
That's how it works.
And I went and I read for an episodic television show called St. Elsewhere. And when I went to the thing, I had to go to work, and I was figuring I was going to be late. So when I went to read for the part, I had my Union 76 outfit on, because I was going to work, right? And so I went in and I read. It was the bad brother. I was like the bully brother of a family of bigots, and you know, it was I was the hoodlum brother. And by the time I got to work, there was a message for me to call this agent, and I called him up and I said, what's up? And he said, you got the job. And I said, wow. I was, you know, I couldn't believe it. I was pretty stunned. And they said, yeah, you know, the casting director said how brilliant it was that you came in dressed as a working class person.
Yeah.
And I said, what do you think? I went to Western costume and fucking bought that. And I was going to work, for God's sake.
You're on the phone, they're hearing the ding-ding of the cars driving over the fucking hose.
It worked, though, I guess. And that was the first thing I ever did. It was Denzel Washington was in it, and David Morse. It was a TV series about a hospital thing, and I don't know. It was the first time. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I had a cool jacket. I remember that. They gave me this brown leather jacket. It was kind of cool.
But then you never
I
looked
just let
back.
the jacket act for me. You know?
Yeah, let the jacket do the work.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I got this bitchin' jacket. Don't fuck with me. All right? Hey, look at my jacket. Yeah.
That's great, though, and you kind of, you know, you so vividly remember when you got out of your shit fucking real job.
Listen, I started getting a couple things after that. I got like Miami Vice and Tour of Duty and a couple of other little Jake and the Fat Man, a couple of things. Remember, I went to Ray, who was running the place, and I said, "Look, Ray, I'm not going to be here tomorrow because I come in." He goes, "I suppose you're going to go do another one of those television shows." And I go, "Well, yeah. As a matter of fact, I am." And he goes, "Listen, kid. You better make up your mind what you're going to do." He goes, when you signed up here, you didn't tell anybody you were an actor. And I said, well, I didn't really consider myself one at that time. And he goes, oh, getting intellectual on me now. And I said, no. I said, no, man, I got to go do this thing. And he goes, listen, we need you around here, okay? So you better make up your fucking mind, kid. And I'm like, oh, well, should I make $2.50 an hour having you yelling at my face, and having people honking at me, and having Warren Beatty ask me if I should check his oil, or should I go and,
And try to be Warren Beatty.
Try to, I said, well, geez, that's going to be a hard decision, Ray. I said,
Let me think about it.
I need to think about this. Yeah, I'll let you know on Monday. I'll give you a call.
Man, that's
He actually
something.
said
Yeah.
that to me, you better make up your mind.
All right, it's
When you
Damn
really
it, I'm gonna stay
ultimatum.
here, Ray.